Hello friends, it's time for a lesson. Today we will learn about 6 literary devices. Our first device is the euphemism. A euphemism is a polite word or phrase used in a place that may be too direct, unpleasant, or embarrassing. For example, if you say somebody answered God's calling, maybe gained a few pounds, or, passed gas, which, if you look into it, may seem like it implies a kind of unpleasant meaning. Next up is alliteration, which probably seems pretty familiar. Alliteration is the repeated sound at the beginning of words near each other. You may be familiar with the phrase, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, which is an example of alliteration. Other examples that I made are maybe, Harry hacked a hard hair ball, or Bob bubbled blue bottles. Alright, time for a good one. The hyperbole. A hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration or overstatement. Ever seen Despicable Me? Well, our first example is, remember this? It's so fluffy I'm gonna die! 2 more are saying maybe, you have such a big, painful headache that your head's gonna explode. Or saying somebody's taller than Everest. Our first literary device is a paradox. This one's weird, but honestly my personal favorite. Paradox is a statement which at first seems absurd, but is true. If you say that what you're saying is false, that would be a paradox. It says you're false, which means, well, you're not false, which means you're true, which means you're false, which, so on and so forth. Another would be this wonderful picture here. You see, this red button and this blue button. They go against each other. And maybe saying, the famous statement, it's opposite day. Opposite day. If you're saying it's opposite day, it's not opposite day, which means it's opposite day, which means it's not opposite day. You keep on going over and over again. Alright, two more to go. And we are moving on to the oxymoron. An oxymoron is the juxtaposition of opposite or contradictory terms. Maybe if you act natural, if you're acting, it's not natural. That would be an oxymoron. How about if someone's found missing, which would mean they haven't been found, but you saying you just found them? What the heck? Or seriously funny. People that are funny aren't serious. Being funny is not serious. Serious people usually aren't funny. That's just weird. Come on, man. Oxymorons are really cool. But our last device is the pathetic fallacy. Pathetic fallacy is the attributing of human emotion and conduct to all aspects within nature. It may seem confusing, but it's not that bad. An example would be, say, a rainy cloud that's sad because it's been having a bad day. Then, you somehow make that cloud feel better. How do you make a cloud feel better? And then, the sun comes up behind it and it's really happy. 3 different emotions or emotional verbs, stuff like that. That would be all pathetic fallacies. Alright, it's now a very happy cloud, and that is a good ending. Well, I hope you liked the lesson. You can use these literary devices in stories and much, much more. Now get to writing your A+ work!
Created using Powtoon.